everyone. So today, if you saw my short on weightlifting for ladies explained, I went through 4 myths that repeatedly tend to come up and I used to fall in the trap of as well. So today's video, I'll be going into a little bit more detail explaining those myths that are listed in the shorts. In terms of females, it's because I'm relating to females who obviously we have a higher female hormone count than males. It's not necessarily about the gender, it's about your hormones. So this is no offense to separate males and females or anything like that. And obviously if you're a male and you don't want to bulk up for whatever reasons, this doesn't necessarily relate to you if you still have the balance of male hormones more dominant than the female hormones. If you've had hormonal therapy and you have more female hormones dominant, then it can apply. So number one is weightlifting makes you heavy and bulky. And now a couple of weeks ago, you might have seen who spontaneously, when I was working out, I was doing a goblet squat, and the whole purpose of that short, you'll find it, is that one, I was saying about progressive overload, 2, being safe, so regardless if you don't have someone spotting you, do a safe weight. And 3 was showing you that you don't get bulky. I was goblet squatting 38 and I went on to 40, and then if 42 was near me so that I can get it and then put it back, I would have gone to that. But it was my last exercise after 6 leg exercises as well, so my grip was actually failing me, not my legs. So it doesn't make you bulky. Females have a much lower testosterone, which is why I did that introduction in terms of female and male hormones. The levels in men is around 15 to 20 times lower. So hormonally speaking, it's much more challenging for us females to build muscles to be jacked, as the trend is. 2 is muscle can't turn into fat. Fat and muscle are completely different tissue types. So even if you decrease your training load, the muscle won't suddenly turn into fat. If you lose some of your hard-earned muscle mass, you'll burn fewer calories per day. And this relates to your metabolism and metabolic rate. Metabolism and metabolic rate can be affected, is affected by the amount of muscle mass you have, and is not solely down to genetics. I did a post about this, that if you're overweight, and I might do a new short on it because it was a while ago. I think it was on the community page, so you might be able to still see it. What's happening with my hair? Okay, that's a bit better. Myth number 3, cardio burns more fat. One that I totally fell into for many years, and that's why I coach, because even though I had a PT in my early years of 20 years ago when I first started wanting to get into the gym, I was not educated so that I could sustain what I needed to go on my path. And I didn't feel like, let me just put it this way, I saw changes when I did my own work, when I did my own workouts, and only after many years did I understand the body. And that's why also then I got qualifications, a number of qualifications of understanding the body, as well as the advanced personal trainer across the 3 continents. So it's one that we tend to do to try and burn more fat. And we think that we need to do high intensity when you don't. I remember saying all the time, I've seen members in gyms say about cardio. I've had clients that also believe it. And like I said, I believed it. They need to do more cardio to lose fat. But if you want to burn fat, head directly to a squat rack, weightlifting, increase the baseline number of calories you burn each day because of the muscle you're building up. The more muscle you have, the more energy you'll burn. And also, cardio burns, the reason you see cardio burning more during cardio and possibly during weightlifting less is down to the anaerobic and aerobic. But afterwards, we continue to burn fat. If you've done a weightlifting training or if you have muscle mass, you continue to burn after that session a lot longer than doing cardio session. Now, please don't think this means eliminate cardio. Cardio is important, but what I used to do so that I don't pinpoint is I'd replace that day's training session with cardio session. Because I used to be chubby, and so it's very difficult for me to accept that or not fear getting back into that, even though it was 18 years ago. If you saw a short last week, I posted a short about all the trends and noise that's going on. It's so overwhelming. Like, I was overwhelmed until much recently. And when I started educating not only myself in reading, but getting the solid qualifications that go into the science. At one stage, I thought I was going to be a doctor, because you have to know every single system in the body, every single organ, skeletal, bone, muscle, what's inside the fibers of the muscle, in those fibers, etc., 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 how this organ and this system of the organ impacts this, signs of this and that. It was very much, it dives into your body anatomy, and that's what really helped clarify stuff. And now I can see where the BS is and what is being glamorized. So yeah, don't get cardio in, but don't replace, like, for example, if you've had a bad couple of days or something and you're like, oh, I'll replace 2 weight training sessions, and you normally do, let's say, 4, and you're going to do, instead of that, you're going to do 3 cardio sessions, and you do 2 weightlifting from your 4 that you normally do. That's not necessarily needed. And cardio can also be the walking you do, which I mentioned. There's a video on neat movement. Check that out. It's very beneficial. And it's actually empowering, because you're actually, you're burning while you're doing other stuff that you think there's no point to. Strength training is dangerous. If, like I mentioned, the goblet squat short, anything dangerous, you need to do it. Anything that's dangerous is basically done incorrectly. Either you're using too much weight that you can't hold, or you're doing an incorrect technique or form, and this is where a great PT or coach comes in place. Don't listen to people who try to correct your form just because they want to chat to you, because sometimes your body posture has not been assessed by someone correctly, and they've not even looked at it, because there's someone in the gym that just wants to approach you and say something. It's really about where it's felt. If you have a PT or coach, they're able to correct you correctly because they've already done that body assessment for you in terms of your posture, in terms of your weak muscles, your over tense muscles, where other muscles are compensating for those tense muscles, and a lot more other stuff. So strength training is safe, but you need to be safe in those elements and be sensible. As long as you listen to your coach, learn the correct technique, the basic movements, it is safe. Don't just go in there Rambo thinking that, you can do certain weights. If you're new to it, test the weights, see what you can do. And if you see any of my videos, when I say lift heavy, I say lift heavy for you. Because another thing that I see with trends is that it's always about lift heavy. And if you see everyone, they're doing like 200 kg deadlift, if it's a very bulky male, or if it's someone who's very strong, or 100 kg deadlift or squat, and you're sat there thinking, okay, with my maybe you're doing a squat at 20 kg, 50 kg, you're thinking, well, this is really hard for me, I'm not getting anywhere. But don't think like that, because you are. And I hope this helped. If it did, whether you're a lady or anyone who's tuning in, taking some takeaways, let me know what you took away from this. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. It supports my coaching and content that I'm putting up on here for free. That's been years of a journey in education. Should you wish to donate to the channel, there's a link in the description box. If you want to work with me and see how I can help you, a consultation for 15 minutes is free. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. And I just basically tell you how I can support you. You can then say yes or no in terms of the packages. And also subscribe so you get notified of the shorts and the videos that get uploaded that are going to help you along your journey. If you comment, I'd love to know what content you want me to focus on for you, or if you've got any questions, I will be answering them for you. Wherever you are, have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you in the next shorter video. Take care.